What is up, you guys? It is Maddie here, and today we are talking about the newest release of Elder Scrolls Online gameplay. This has been floating around for about 2 days. I usually don't try to hop on the Elder Scrolls Online gameplays right away because I'm not like an info hub for it like Shoddycast or Force to Strategy. They're pretty good with the stuff they do. But I want to apologize for the video quality in the background. This is from a stream, so the stream quality is already bad, and then recording it itself makes it even worse. So I apologize if this doesn't look that good to you. But first things first is the character customization is pretty basic, not a bad thing. It gets the job done. There's not much room to expand on it. This dark elf looks really good if you ask me. May I add, this gameplay will be in Morrowind. But right here, this is just beautiful because the HUD is so familiar. It's not crowding the screen with anything. It can lead to just great world immersion, and it'll inspire a lot of players from Skyrim to come around. As you'll see, a lot of the first-person animations are incredibly wonky. But I feel like that'll change by launch. I'll talk about that more later. But yeah, this HUD is perfect. It's the top bar just like Skyrim. When he gets into combat, he gets the 3 bars, just like the health, stamina, and mana. It's just like Skyrim. You see the red bars appear right under the map. It's great. It's very good HUD. Now right here, what we're looking at is skill trees. And there's a lot of them. There's a class skill tree, weapon, armor, guild, racial, and PvP skills even. I don't think PvP's on screen here, but I did hear that there is. In each one has their own skill tree. They're pretty big skill trees. I think they said I don't even want to take a guess. I know they're pretty big though, but the thing is that the weapons and armors, a lot of them are going to be similar. So a lot of our characters may not be entirely different. I don't know. I know that the class skill trees, and depending on what we spend our points on and stuff, and how big the skill trees are, I know their aim is to make all the characters different, so that just like in any Elder Scrolls game, your character feels different from someone else's. But with these classes or the weapons and armors and guild ones always being the same, I'm kind of curious on how that'll play out. Now, one thing I don't like is when you talk to someone, it kind of throws you into a cutscene. Like, it transports you right in front of them in this still image of you standing right in front of them. A better example is the next person this person talks to is right here. He's talking to the side, and all of a sudden, bang, yeah, you just whips right in front of him. I'd rather it not, teleport you. I don't mind that little screen coming up, but maybe turning their head. I know it can't be like Skyrim. I understand that. But what we're looking at here right now is fast travel. And it's simple enough. It doesn't seem too complicated. As long as there's plentiful wet way shrines, which are what you use to fast travel, as long as there's a lot of them, I'm perfectly fine with it. What we're looking at here is horse riding. Obviously, that's back. It's a form of fast traveling while you're on ground. Animations look a little weird, but like I said, this is all stuff that's going to be fixed by release. Nothing to really worry about. Now, what we're looking at here is some sneaking, and this guy's targeting a person. One thing I want to point out here is 2 things. You'll see his bow set on fire, which is a little buff / ability. The other thing I want to point out is that was just one enemy by himself just walking around. He'll run into 2 more up here. But if you haven't, if you played a few MMOs in your days, you'll know that a lot of enemies are placed in group of 3s. The best example I can think of is Star Wars: The Old Republic. Forced combat so often. There was always groups of 3, groups of 4. It was always this force feeling combat, and I didn't like it at all. And to see that this is kind of like that option, like, all right, I don't have to go into combat. I love that feeling. Now, obviously, what we're looking at here is combat. And I feel it looks really great. Looks like typical Elder Scrolls combat. I don't like how the collision of the weapons doesn't look too good. Like I said, once again, the animations, like when that guy died, look kind of fake. But mainly my complaint in this entire gameplay is strictly animations. I haven't seen anything I really just don't like. What we're looking at here is discovery in the open world. Very simple, just like in past ones. Once you open up the area, you can fast travel to it. So, yeah, that's great to see back, that it's very simple. Right here, what we're looking at, actually, and I like this part, is a lore book added. When he reads it, it says right there, lore book discovered. But what I want to point out is that was actually pretty short compared to most books in past Elder Scrolls games. And this is very good because I know a lot of people don't like to read a lot. And what we're looking at here is called like a moon dash stone, I think they called it. And it's just like in Skyrim. These are active one at a time. They basically give you little buffs and whatnot, and they help you out in combat or whatever, whether it be passive or aggressive abilities. So that's cool to see back. Next we see here is the group search system. It's very organized and categorized. I really like how it's just all very, very simple. There's no complications involved. You pick your activity, your location, you click search, and you're good to go. You can fast travel to your members. You actually see once he gets in a group, you can fast travel to your group members, which is awesome. I love that idea because I hated how in a lot of MMOs, you always have to meet up in like a mutual spot. You always have to run around and stuff, and just going to your teammates just via fast travel is so much easier. So much easier. Like, hey, I want to show you something, fast travel to me. That's it's so nice. What we're seeing right here coming up is a little world exploration. Basically, pardon me. This person's going to find some sky shards, and if you find 3 of these, you get a skill point to upgrade in your skill tree. It's nice to see that. That's basically 2 collectibles we have now. We have sky shards and lore books. I'm sure there'll obviously be more. So that's really nice to see. That's just more to do. And what we're seeing here, and basically if you watch the full gameplay video, the last like 20 or like I don't know 10 minutes or so is dungeon gameplay, and this is actually really cool. It looks really sick. I really like what I'm seeing here. It seems to work great. It doesn't seem like enemies are getting struck down too quick, but it doesn't seem too chaotic at all. So I'm really liking what I'm seeing here. Dungeon bosses also look very good. After they defeat the dungeon boss, I like how you don't see it in this gameplay here on my video personally, but you actually defeat their chief and you earn the respect of the goblins, and they start fighting with you against another enemy, which is really cool to see. It's kind of like a quest behind the dungeon. There's a reason to go in here and kill everyone. But that's about it for my video. I hope you guys enjoyed. What do you think of this footage that you see? Be sure to leave a comment. Any improvements you'd make. Personally, like I said, I like the gameplay I see. Mainly because this is just an Elder Scrolls game with friends, and that's exactly what I'm looking for. Just another Elder Scrolls game. Plus, I'm seeing a lot of benefits for my channel with this one here. I'm really liking what I'm seeing. So be sure to leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay sexy, stay active. I love you all. Peace.